what's the legality of Israel arresting Palestinians in occupied Palestinian territory, removing them from occupied territory and into prisons in Israel proper without charge or trial?
Okay, again, I think that there are two layers here. One, again, is the legality that Israel claims to have, the legal ground on which Israel is doing that, which refers to Israeli laws and military orders. And I think Leah is the best to speak to it. From an international point of view, this is, this is illegal in many respects. First of all, I have to say, as Leah mentioned, this is not the first time that Salah has been held in administrative detention. Already in 2018, there was the working group on arbitrary detention of the United Nations, which found the previous administrative detention arbitrary. So this year, this year in particular, we have reached a new level, because in general, Israel acts of forcibly deporting protected persons from the occupied territory and forcing, and subjecting them to inhuman treatment and measures. Of course, this is against the law. This constitutes grave breaches of international humanitarian law and might amount to a war crime. It is about the time that these widespread practices are investigated by the International Criminal Court. This is to answer directly the question. But there is another element that Leah was mentioning, has been used against the Palestinians with Israeli citizenship, so Palestinians in Israel, and which is forcing their allegiance to the occupying power for the Palestinians in the occupied Palestinian territory. As far as I know, as far as I understand, this is a new trend, and it's very worrisome. It's very dangerous. And again, this is against international humanitarian law. The occupied people cannot swear allegiance to the occupying power. And again, there are also some new elements that are worrisome. If the withdrawal of Jerusalemite residency to Salah succeeds, this will be an incredible precedent to continue to enforce this residence withdrawal, withdrawal of residents to other Palestinians, because Salah is not only a very well-known human rights defender, a lawyer, he has double nationality. If they can do that with a French national, who should probably have diplomatic and political protection from the French government, from France, they can do that to any Palestinians based on secret evidence and on this new ground of breach of allegiance with the occupying power.
And this should be used as a threat to anyone who acts against the security of the state. And even though the East Jerusalemites were never citizens, they never owed any loyalty to the Israeli state because they were occupied and received this temporary, I would say, position. Still, it is a threat on all of them that they can be denied of their residency. In other words, they will not enjoy any medical services, etc., and they will have only a temporary standard that can be renewed, should be renewed from time to time. This tendency is quite frightening because there is a big population of residences in Jerusalem and in the Golan Heights, in the Syrian Golan, in the north of Israel, and not like the Palestinians in the West Bank and Gaza. Those are not even residences. They are considered people, inhabitants of the West Bank and Gaza. They don't have rights in Israel. So having also, again, in these elections, having in the possible future government so many people who talk against the Palestinians, who talks about shifting them out, about getting rid of them. We are dealing with the case of Hammouri in the legal aspect of such a possibility.
So, Leah, can I just come back on?
Not only for Salah.
Leah, can I ask you, Salah, has Salah actually been charged? Because we're looking at, as you're describing administrative detention, it sounds very much like, imprisonment.
It's not a charge. No, he was not charged.
No charge. And they're saying that apparently they're saying to him, well, we could release you if you agree to leave and go to France. On what legal basis do the Israeli courts behave like that? Do they overrule? How does it work?
Look, the Center for Human Rights, Hammouri, and myself, we do go to the Israeli courts. That's what we have. We also try to raise some international interest, and we are lucky enough to have some of it. We also address the French government and the French president, because he, being a French citizen, due to his mother, they should take some responsibility. That's what we believe. So we are very skeptic about the possibility of the Israeli courts to change this political decision. We are trying. We have excellent arguments, very good arguments, really, believe me, that would work in many, many courts. I'm not sure it will work here, and I'm even less optimist that it will work after this election and the situation afterwards that is so anti-Palestinian, very much anti-human rights, and of course anti-Israeli Palestinian human rights.